All right, guys, so go ahead and come down onto your back if you're not there already. Extend your legs out nice and long. And then you're gonna walk your legs over towards the bottom right corner of your mat. And shimmy your shoulders so they come over to the top right corner of your mat, making a banana shape with your body, a crescent shape. Reach your arms overhead and reach for opposite elbows if that's available, or opposite wrists. Letting your arms relax down on the floor behind you. Taking some deep breaths in and out through your nostrils. And go ahead and breathe into your left side ribs. Experiencing the lifting and lowering of your belly as you breathe through your nostrils. Experiencing the widening of your rib cage with every breath in. With every breath out, allowing the left side of your body to sink a little bit more in towards your mat. And then slowly and gently transition to the other side. So walk your feet over towards the left corner of your mat. Shimmy your shoulders over to the left corner of your mat and your hips are to the right. Again, creating that crescent shape in the opposite direction. So on the right side, your entire right side body is going to be rooted down into the mat, your shoulders, your glutes. Continue to take those deep breaths in and out through your nostrils and just watch, just observe the flow of your breath. More than anything else, this is a breathing practice, allowing your mind to focus on your breath and let that take you deeper into your body and into your experience in this moment. And then find your way back through center. And then release the bottoms of your feet down on the floor so your kneecaps point up to the ceiling, heels nice and close to your glutes, and your arms will come alongside your body. Root down through your feet, and as you breathe in, lift your hips up off of the floor, squeezing your glutes to make that happen. And as you breathe out, just lower your hips back down, uncurling your tailbone. Good. Inhale to curl your tailbone up and lift your hips off the floor. Squeeze your glutes, lifting as high as you can go. And then exhale to come all the way down. Roll one vertebrae at a time. So first through your mid-back, then lumbar spine, and then finally your sacrum comes down to the floor. Inhale, lift back up again. Squeeze your glutes. Inner thighs engaged so your knees aren't splaying outward. Exhale, uncurl and roll all the way back down onto your back. Let's do this a few more times, just waking up through the spine. Inhale to curl your tailbone, lift up, squeeze your glutes. And exhales to lower down. Use the entirety of your breath, and if you're moving a little slower or a little swifter than I am, that's perfectly fine. Remembering this is a breathing practice first. Good, a couple more rounds, noticing how your spine is being lubricated as you move. The next time that you make it up to the top of your bridge, you'll hold there. So hips stay lifted. And one shoulder at a time, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, interlace your fingers, press your knuckles forward towards your heels. Dig your heels down isometrically and drag them back towards you so your hamstrings fire up. And again, inner thighs engage. Imagine that you're holding a block or a ball between your knees and keep it in place. Take a few more deep breaths here. Notice if you're holding your breath at all. Let it flow in and out through your nostrils. Good. One more big breath in. And exhale, release your hands out from underneath you. Roll yourself back down onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Reach for your hamstrings. Rock forward and back along the length of your spine. Build up some momentum and you'll rock yourself up into boat pose, balancing on your seat. Extend your legs out. You can keep holding on to the backs of your legs for support, or you can reach your arms out in front of you for your full boat. Draw your belly inward and upward. Broaden through your chest, gazing forward down your toes. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Good. Take a few more deep breaths here. Inhale to lift your legs just a little higher if you can. Maybe straighten them out. Exhale, cross your legs in front of you. Plant your palms to the top of your mat and step back to downward dog. Hips are lifting high. Head relaxes down between your arms, gazing back towards your knees or even up to your belly button. Take deep breaths in and out through your nose. Slide your hands into your mat. Lengthen your tailbone up away from the backs of your knees. So even if your knees are bent quite a bit here, you can work and to lengthen your hamstrings by tipping your tailbone upward. Good. Inhale, send your right leg up to the ceiling, nice and high. Exhale to bring your knee in towards your chest and step your foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee down to the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs and inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Really engage your inner thighs, draw them towards each other for stability. Draw your belly inward and upward and then lean back even more. Let your heart lift right up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Shift your hips back into a kneeling half split. Straighten your right leg. Lift your tailbone up and back away from the backs of your knees. Once again, finding a hamstring stretch and length in your right side. Inhale to crawl forward. Curl your back toes under. Lift your back knee off the floor and reach your right arm up. Pull your right shoulder blade back, then your elbow, then the back of your hand. So you keep opening up even more. Exhale, lower your hand down. Step your back foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold and round. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms sweep up, take up space. Grab onto your left wrist and exhale, side bend to the right. Your hips will go to the left. Inhale, reach through center and exhale to the other side. Inhale, reach through center, gaze up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward over your legs. Let your head relax. Inhale, gaze forward, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your palms to the top of your mat and step back to the top of a push-up. Hold here as you breathe in. Pull your belly in nice and strong. Press your heels away. Squeeze through your thigh muscles. And then using the longest breath out that you possibly can, lower yourself down all the way to your belly. Elbows point back as you come down. You can be on your knees here. Releasing your belly down to the floor and the tops of your feet. Inhale to lift your head and chest and release your arms alongside you like airplane wings. Palms turn down, squeeze your triceps. Exhale to swim your arms forward out in front of you alongside your ears. Inhale to pull it back and lift your chest even higher. And exhale, plant your palms, press back into child's pose. So your hips sink to your heels, forehead comes to the floor, or to stacked fists if your forehead doesn't come quite down. Allow your head to be supported so your shoulders can soften. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then find your way back into downward dog. Hands out in front of you, toes curl under, hips lift up and back. Let your head relax. Inhale, send your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose and step your foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Squeeze your inner thighs together to start, and then reach your arms up and then back as your chest leans up to the ceiling. Draw your belly button inward and upward to lengthen through your lumbar spine. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Shift your hips back. Pull your left toes towards your face. Lift your tailbone up and back to create length in the back of your left leg. Hinge forward a little more over your front leg. Inhale to crawl forward. Lift your back knee off the floor. Take your left arm up, twist. Plug back with your left hip. So draw your left hip back towards your back heel. Squeeze your inner thigh. Straighten your right leg. Pull your right thigh bone up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your hand down. Step your back foot to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold and round. Inhale, rise all the way up, big, take up space, and one side bend to each side. Catch your wrist and pull over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale through center, gaze up. Exhale, dive all the way down, fold over your legs. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, plant your palms and step back to the top of a push-up. Take a breath in here, elbows wrap back. Longest exhale that you can give lowers you right down to the floor. Nice and slow and controlled. Arms alongside you. Inhale, lift your head, chest, and arms off the floor so the tops of your feet are going to stay down. Exhale to reach your arms forward out in front of you. Inhale, reach back, lift your chest even higher, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, back to child's pose. Take advantage of rounding out your spine here after that nice deep back bend. Good. And then find your way back into downward dog, moving through that same flow once again. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, bring your knee in and gracefully step your foot forward or help it up. Drop your knee down, back knee down to the floor and inhale. Reach your arms up and back. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor and shift your hips back. Bow over your right leg. Inhale, crawl forward, back knee lifts. Right arm reaches high to the ceiling. Twist and turn your chest open. Look up. Exhale, lower your hands. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Round it down. Root down through your feet. Inhale, look forward. Lift your tailbone. Exhale, soften once again. Round down. Shoulders relax. Knees relax. Drive through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Take one side bend to each side. Really push your hips in the opposite direction of your arms. Keep both hip bones pointing forward through center, lengthen both sides of your waist. And then exhale, dive all the way forward over your legs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back to a strong plank pose. Notice if you're sinking into your shoulders, really push the floor away from you, and you'll push it away from you as you bring your body down to it. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Keep pushing the floor away as you come down. Arms alongside you, feet stay down. Inhale, lift your head and chest and arms. Exhale, swim your arms forward. Inhale, swim them back and lift your chest higher. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Take deep breaths here. Good, and then find your way back into your downward dog. One more round through this particular flow on your left leg. Inhale, send your left leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in and step your foot forward. Drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up and back. Exhale, bring your hands down. Shift your hips back. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, crawl forward into your twist. Lift your back knee. Reach your left arm up. Gaze up to your fingers. Pull your shoulder blade back. Exhale, your hand down. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, soften and round. Inhale, root to rise. Reach all the way to the ceiling. Take your side bends right and left. Come through center and dive all the way down over your legs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step back to your plank pose. Take a breath in here. Slow as you can go, exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale to lift your head, chest, and your arms alongside you. Exhale to reach your arms forward. Inhale to reach your arms back, hold here. Exhale, lift your legs off the floor too. Press your pelvis down. Try to put space between your quads and the floor. So really lift through your lower body. Belly button pulls in and up and lift your chest even higher. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your arms higher. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Strengthening through your entire posterior chain of muscles here. One more big breath in. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Deep breaths, again, in and out through your nostrils. Notice how your body temperature has changed and your heart rate has changed. And you'll find your way back into downward dog. Inhale to send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. And this time we're going to stay on the toes of your back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, just like you did when you're kneeling. Root down through your feet and inhale, reach both arms up. Crescent lunge. Belly button pulls inward and upward, and that'll give you support in your core to hold here. Root down again through your feet as you grow through your fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Shorten your stance just enough so that you can straighten your legs, lower both heels down, and keep your hips square. So your outer left hip is turning down to the floor. If your fingertips don't touch the floor, you can bring your hands onto your thigh. Good. And then release your left hand down to the floor. Lift your left leg up and take your right arm up in what we call revolved half moon. So your right foot is down. You're balancing on your right foot and your left fingertips. Reach up nice and high through your left arm. Draw your shoulder blade back. Look up to your fingers. Lift your left leg a little higher. Big breath in. Exhale, lower your hands. Step your left foot back to the long edge of your mat, turning yourself all the way over to the left. Take a breath in and peek forward. And then exhale, hinge and fold. And if you have trouble touching the floor here, a wider stance is usually makes it a little more accessible. You can also put a bend in your knees. Lift your tailbone up away from the backs of your knees to create length in your hamstrings. Inhale, flatten your back, look forward. Exhale, crawl around to the back of the mat, all the way over to the left. Take your right knee, tuck it behind your left foot, and come right down to your seat. So your left foot is going to be to the outside of your right thigh. And then start to turn your body to the left. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh and gaze over your left shoulder. Nice deep twist. Inhale to turn around, facing the back of your mat towards the left. Lean back. Float your arms and legs up into that boat pose. Draw your belly inward and upward, balancing on your seat. Take a breath in and come halfway back so your low back hovers over the floor and your legs hover over the floor. Arms are reaching forward. Exhale, come back up into your boat. Balance. Inhale, come back down halfway. Exhale, bring it up. One last time. Exhale to bring it up. Cross your legs, plant your palms, and step back to downward dog. So now you're facing the back of your mat. Inhale, send your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your knee in and step your foot forward. Stay on the toes of your right foot, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling and crescent lunge. Reach higher and lengthen both sides of your waist. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Shorten your stance enough so your heels can be down, both legs straight and hips square. Hinge and fold forward over your left leg. Again, if your fingers don't touch the floor, just place your hands on your thighs.
We'll lean forward into our left foot and our right fingertips. Lift your back leg up and reach your left arm up, revolved half moon. So hips stay square, inner thighs engage. Lift your back heel even higher towards the ceiling as your left shoulder blades pull back. Reach up. Exhale, lower your hands, step back, turn to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, peek forward, and exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale again, peek forward, flatten your back. Now we're coming back around to the front of our mat, so crawl all the way around to the right. Tuck your left knee behind your right foot, come to your seat. Reach your right hand behind you, inhale your left arm up, and exhale, hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh. Gaze over your back shoulder. Good, and then turning around to face the front of your mat, lean back. Float your arms and legs up into your boat pose, balancing here. Take a breath in, come halfway back. Exhale to bring it up. Inhale, halfway back, low back just hovers over the floor. Exhale, bring it up. Good, one more time. And exhale to bring it up. Cross your legs, plant your palms, and step back into downward dog. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. One more round through that flow. Start again here on your right leg. Inhale, send your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in and step your foot forward. So nothing changes. We inhale, reach both arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor for pyramid. So your back foot steps in just a little. Hips square, legs straight, fold over your right leg. Lean into your right foot and your left fingertips. Lift your left leg up and your right arm up. Revolved half moon, turn your chest to the right. Exhale, lower your right hand, step your left foot way back, turn to the long edge of your mat to the left. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hinge and fold, let your head relax. Inhale again, look forward, and exhale, crawl around to the back of your mat. Your right foot will tuck behind, or your right knee will tuck behind your left foot. Turn your body to the left. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hook your elbow to your outer thigh. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, turning to the back of your mat, float your arms and legs up into your boat pose. Exhale here, draw your belly inward. Inhale, come halfway back. And exhale, lift up. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. And one last time. Good, cross your legs, plant your palms, and step back into downward dog. Good, one last round through the flow over on your left side. From the back of your mat, inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in and step forward. Stay on your right toes. Inhale, reach both arms to the ceiling. Exhale, drop your hands down. Shorten your stance as much as you need to lower your heels and straighten your legs. Inhale, lean into your left foot and your right fingertips. Lift your right leg, then take your left arm up. Revolved half moon. Draw your belly in and up. Exhale, lower your hands, step back, turn to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, peek forward, lift your tailbone up. Exhale, hinge and fold, bowing down towards the floor. Inhale again, look forward. Exhale, crawl back to the front of your mat. Tuck your left knee behind your right foot. Come all the way down to your seat for seated twist. Right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hook your elbow. Gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale, turning to face the front of your mat. One last time, float your arms and legs up into your boat pose. Exhale here. Inhale, come halfway back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Last time. Good. Cross your legs, plant your palms, and step back to your downward dog. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Inhale to send your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. We'll shorten our stance again for that pyramid pose that we were doing. So both heels down, hips square, fold over your straight right leg. Then inhale to flatten your back, Try to get it parallel to the floor. Bring your hands to your hips. Root down through your feet. Keep squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. And you can stay here if you want a little more. You can bring your hands to heart center or to the back of your head with your elbows flaring out. Or the most challenging variation, reaching both arms alongside your ears. Forward, reach as you press your pelvis back. Inner thighs engage, belly braces, so you're not taking all the weight in your low back. You're strengthening through your abdomen, you're strengthening through your low back. You're rooting down through your feet and squeezing your inner thighs. Every muscle of your body working here as you breathe deep in and out through your nose. Keep reaching your arms forward. Let's take 3 more breaths together. If you came out of the pose, just come right back into it for these last 2 breaths. And exhale to release your hands down. Step back to the top of a push-up plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale nice and slow. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale to lift your head and chest, and your arms come alongside you. Squeeze through your triceps. Exhale, reach your arms out in front of you. You've got it. Inhale, reach back, lift higher. And exhale, press back into child's pose. Round out through your spine. Let your head relax down. Return to downward dog. Your hips lift up and back. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot forward. Shorten your stance for pyramid. So both heels down, both legs straight or straight-ish, and hips square. Inhale to flatten your back and bring your hands to your hips. Press your pelvis backward, draw your belly inward and upward. You can stay here with hands on your hips, or you can bring your hands to heart center. Or you can bring your hands behind your head, letting your elbows flare out. Or for your most challenging variation, reaching both arms overhead alongside your ears. Stay nice and long and flat with your back, keeping it parallel to the floor. Root through your feet. Let the energy that you push down into the earth rebound up through your body, through your inner thighs. Draw your belly inward and upward. Keep reaching your arms forward. Lengthen your waist. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Last 3 together. One more big breath in. And exhale to release your hands down, stepping back to the top of a push-up. Breathe in. Exhale, lower with control down to your belly. Arms alongside you. Inhale, lift your head, chest, and your arms. Exhale to reach forward. Inhale, sweep it back, lift higher. And exhale once again to child's pose. And then find your way up onto all fours. Cross your legs behind you and come to seated. You'll extend your right leg straight out in front of you and bring the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Externally rotating through your hip and drawing your legs away from each other, so abducting your legs. Turning your body to your extended leg. Take a big breath in, lift through your chest. As you breathe out, hinge and fold forward over your right leg. Let your head relax. Let your right foot relax. Shoulders soften. Slow your breathing down. And as we hold this posture for a few breaths, you might notice that something opens up for you over time. And if you're really paying attention, if you're staying mindful and present, you'll be aware of that really subtle shift, a really slow and gentle progress. And it takes patience and it takes time. And it takes a calm and clear mind that's present and focused. Just give yourself about 3 more breaths here. Next time that you inhale, make your way up. You'll slide your left hand beside your left hip, push up onto your left knee, and sweep your right arm up and overhead. Let your pelvis push forward, let your chest lift to the ceiling and your head fall all the way back, stretching through your front body. One more big breath in. And exhale, sweep it back down to your seat. And we'll transition to the other side. Extend your left leg out straight, bringing your right knee in. Let your right knee open out to the side so the sole of your foot comes to your left inner thigh. Turning your body towards your extended leg, take a breath in, lift your chest, and then hinge and fold forward. Really passive, so if you feel like you're pulling yourself down and forcing yourself down into the posture, just scale back a little, relax your hands, maybe even turn them up towards the ceiling. And even if your forward fold is more upright than folding, that's perfectly fine. Let your head relax completely. And just notice how, as you hold the posture, it changes. If your eyes are open, allow them to close. Draw your focus internally. Let your breath come into your body to the places where you're feeling sensation and follow your breath with your mind into those spaces. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, sit all the way up. Plant your right hand beside your right hip. Push up into your right knee. Sweep your left arm overhead. Push your pelvis forward. Let your head fall way back. Open your throat. Take a couple breaths here, pushing your pelvis upward, opening through your entire front body. Next time that you breathe out, just sweep yourself back down to seated. Extending your legs out in front of you. Make your way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, take your nose to your knees, squeeze yourself into a tight ball. And then with a sigh, let it go. Extending your legs, mat width apart or wider, arms alongside you. Let your palms turn up towards the ceiling to open through your heart, to open through your shoulders. And for these next few moments, the most important part of your class, just allow yourself to take rest and let your body absorb everything that you've done.
Slowly begin to move your fingers and move your toes. Roll your wrists. Roll your ankles. Take your legs together, ankles together, arms reach overhead. Breathe in, stretch from your fingers to your toes, arch your low back, open your entire front body and reach. Exhale out through your mouth. Allow your knees to come in towards your chest. Roll yourself over onto your side. And then find your way up to a seated posture. Bringing your hands together at the center of your chest in a gesture of gratitude to thank yourself for dedicating this time out of your day to you. And bring your thumbs to your forehead, bow forward. Namaste. Thanks everyone so much. As always, if you have any questions about the class, feel free to just give me a shout. You can turn your mic on and just ask me, or you can just type the questions into Skype, or if anything comes up later, you can ask Betsy as well. The next week's class, we're going to be doing a meditation again and a gentle flow, so a little more gentle than today's class.